everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am back with another speed build, and this is another installment of the Squish. We are creating a tiny cottage or a tiny cabin today for Father Winter, Clement Frost, Santa Claus, whatever you would like to call him. He is the Santa in The Sims 4. He came with The Sims 4 seasons, and he will bring your Sims gifts on Winterfest, which is the in-game version of Christmas or whatever winter holiday you would like to celebrate. And I just thought it would be a really fun idea to create a home for him. For a while, I was creating tiny houses for various townies, and I have had quite a few suggestions over the last year or so, and especially recently, to create a tiny home for Clement Frost. So that is exactly what we are doing here today. If you do like this build and you'd like to download it, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. That information will also be in the description down below, so you can grab it there if it's easier. I was really excited to sit down and do this build because it's really getting me in the holiday spirit. I feel like this year in particular, I haven't been feeling super, Christmassy. I haven't been super excited about it. I think it's partially just because I've been sick the last week or so, and also it doesn't feel like winter outside. I'm recording this and I really wish it was snowing outside and it looked like this in my real life, but it's 60 degrees out and I live in New England. I'm used to there being a lot of snow this time of year, and there just hasn't been. There's been no snow. So I haven't been feeling in the holiday spirit as much. So sitting down and building this has really helped me with that. I also started wrapping presents the other night, which was so nice, and I have more to do, so I might do that after this video, but I don't know. Has it been snowing where you live? Is that something you regularly have? I know not everyone lives someplace where they get snow, but I do live in a place that does, and we just haven't had any this year, which is really weird. So that's been something that's been on my mind, but anyway, out here I created this sort of A-frame house, which I think is so cute. I really wasn't sure what sort of tiny house I wanted to create for him. I just knew I wanted it to look wintry and sort of like a cabin. And then I decided an A-frame would be really fun. So that's what I ended up going with in the end. I'm grabbing some of these snow drifts that are from Snowy Escape here. They just make it look like the snow is actually piling up, since in The Sims 4 it doesn't actually. And also these debug trees that I'm placing around the lot have big chunks of snow on them as well. Those are also from Snowy Escape. And I think they just add to that whole idea of so much snow falling down. I really hope I get that at some point this season, just so it feels like winter. But also my dog loves the snow so much. And so I tend to want it to snow specifically for him because it's so cute to see how happy he gets, just jumping through the piles of snow and running as fast as he can. He also stops every other step to take a bite of the snow to eat it. And it's just really cute. So I'm hoping he gets some snowfall sometime soon. That would be really nice. I think we're not expecting any snow for the rest of the year, though, so we shall see. Let me know if you've gotten snow, if you have, how much, all of that. Out here, I decided to put a bunch of presents. I have mostly present boxes, but I also have a big stuffed animal and a bike. I was thinking this was stuff that was going to be loaded up to be delivered on Christmas Eve. Also, I realized when building this that I didn't include a Christmas tree inside. And I know that sounds horrible, but it's a really small space and it's very heavily decorated for the holidays, using mostly blue. But there are presents everywhere and lights everywhere and wreaths. And I do have a couple of those little trees that are in the mason jars, but there wasn't really space for a full-size Christmas tree in here. Maybe before I upload this to the gallery, I will scale one down and put it on a counter or something. But I felt like it was okay because he has the big trees outside. They're not decorated for Christmas, but he has, the evergreen trees on his property. And does he need a tree for him to deliver presents to himself under? I don't know. You can let me know if you would have put one. I feel like that's kind of a first thought of something to be included in this house, but it didn't end up in here in the end. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Anyway, here I decided I wanted to add some more windows over on this side of the build. So I'm just adjusting the roof to allow that, so that you're not just looking into the roof. I did end up not keeping the one in the living room, though. I ended up only having one in the bedroom space. And it's all pretty open concept. It's one big room other than the bathroom, which is in the middle, separating it. But I think this layout worked really, really well for a tiny house. And it seems super cozy. He doesn't need a ton of space. I feel like this is just his home base. He probably goes to his workshop and deals with the elves there. And This is just like where he crashes and has some alone time, which I think is quite nice. So yeah, I ended up keeping the same textures from the outside of the build on the interior here. I just thought that it made it feel more like a cabin, and I used this couch from the, oh goodness, I do this every single time I have to remember the name of this pack. I go, what is it called? And then I say the name of the world, which is Granite Falls, and then I realize it's Outdoor Retreat. We go through this process together every time I use that pack, but I used that couch in here. I thought it was really nice, and then I scaled up this rug, which is, I think, just like a doormat from Seasons that has snowflakes on it. It was also really refreshing to do a holiday build like this that wasn't red and green. Not that I've done one this year yet. I'll probably will before Christmas happens, but having a build that is for essentially Santa Claus, but it's all winter inspired and just like snowflakes and blue, I thought it was really pretty and something a little bit different. And I've enjoyed making homes for townies, tiny homes in particular. I think we did one for... Did we do one for Bonehilda? I know I made her like a full-on house at some point. I know that the Scarecrow, I can't think of the name of right now, has a tiny house. I made him. I also made one for Llama-chan. Quite a few Sims. I think we made a Don Lothario tiny house, which was really fun. So if you have any tiny house suggestions for townies that you would like to see, whether they have a house already or not, let me know, because I'd be happy to bring that series back. It's been a while since I've done one, but this just felt like such an obvious choice for this time of year. So I was happy to do this one. Anyway, the kitchen is starting to come together now. I really wasn't sure about the windows up above the sink, and it took me a while to figure that out. I also ended up scaling up the fridge over here to fit it in a little bit better. And I liked having these older appliances in the kitchen. It just felt more Santa Claus to me. Like I imagined Santa and Mrs. Claus in the kitchen with these older appliances, like baking cookies. Also, I needed to add hot chocolate in here. This item is also from Outdoor Retreat that I should be placing over on this dresser in the corner. It has hot cocoa and like a mug and some paper towels. And I just think it's a really cute item, and I don't use it very often. And it just made sense to me because when I think of Christmas, I think of hot cocoa. So maybe that's just me. I really love me some hot cocoa, and that sounds really nice right now. My throat is still not at 100%. I mentioned it in a recent video that I've been sick lately, and it's just not been the most fun, but I'm getting over it now, and I feel like I'm going to be okay completely by Christmas, which is nice, because I'd like to see my family and not have to worry about getting them sick. So that should be really nice. I'm going to be seeing my grandma, and it's always lovely to see her. She turned 80 this year, and she's just adorable. I love her so much. I can't wait to see her and the rest of my family on Christmas. And we're also going to be visiting my boyfriend's family, and it just should be a good time. I'm really excited for the holidays. I just haven't been feeling super Christmassy, even though I'm looking forward to it. It's really weird. But let me know if you have any fun holiday plans. I would love to hear about that. I know everyone has different traditions on what they do, and it's always interesting to hear about it. But anyway, these are the bedside tables that I'm decorating for Mr. Clement Frost. I have some like used cups over here from all of the drinks I'm sure he's having, like teas and hot chocolates. And I also put this framed like wedding portrait up above the bed. I was kind of thinking maybe that was an old photo of him and Mrs. Claus. I liked that idea. And then I got some, or I guess Mrs. Frost, because it's Clement Frost. I'm kind of combining the ideas together in this build. It's for Clement Frost. I have him living on this lot while I'm decorating it, hence why I have close to 500,000 simoleons. If you have him in your game, which you should if you have Seasons, if you move him into a house, he automatically has 500,000 simoleons. I'm not really sure why, but that was plenty to decorate this house. It's not too expensive. I should have the price of it in the description down below all of my videos. I make sure to list the gallery price. So if you're ever curious what it is, it should be listed down there. I was also really excited to add the aprons in here because I forgot that they had a swatch that had snowflakes on it. So I thought that was so perfect, especially because I just have such a strong blue color scheme in here. I thought it was really cute. And then I should be getting a place to hang up a coat and stuff by the door. Of course, the blue one. And this is where the temperature controls, thermostat, fire alarm, all of that stuff is as well. And I think the last thing I'm adding inside is like fire pokers for the fireplace, as well as some extra logs to place in there. And I believe that is from Werewolves, yes. And a trash can, and I put one outside as well. And then we should be finishing up the landscaping as the last thing once we finish up right here. I did last minute kind of decide to put a corkboard here. I thought it'd be really cute if Clement went and collected postcards from all the places around the world. Since he is traveling the world to deliver presents to everyone, I thought it was cute. Like, oh, this is from when I went to, I don't know, Brindleton Bay and all of that. I thought it was an adorable idea. I ended up putting the trash can around the back so that the back didn't, or like it wasn't present in the front of the house. I just don't like how it looks, and I really loved how the front was coming out. I also got some flower boxes on the windows and just ended up getting some more plants around the back so it looked a little bit less empty and more finished. But that is it for this build. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy those screenshots. Bye, everyone.